guys, it's Heather here, and I am back at you again with another base build for this new update, this time for Town Hall 10, and it can also be used for Town Hall 10.5, which is what you're going to see in the replays because I'm a 10.5, but this base can easily be used for Town Hall 10 as well. The only thing that I have as a 10.5 is the Grand Warden, so if you're a Town Hall 10, all you gotta do is where you see the Grand Warden on this base, just swap that out for like a Dark Drill, and there you go, you have your Town Hall 10 base. And this base is coming from Star Kitten. He is a base builder for North Remembers. He is one of the smartest guys I've ever talked to in this game. When I start talking to these base builders, it's like drinking from the fire hose. They just have so much information, so many things that I haven't even thought of that I can then take and learn from and then give to you guys, which will hopefully make you better base builders, which is going to make this game way better overall. So before we dive into this Town Hall 10 base and start going over all the juicy details about what makes this base so great, I want to introduce you to the guys who are helping me with this series, both by building the bases and doing the attacks. So you have a good idea about where these are coming from and just how lucky we are that these guys are willing to spend some time to be able to share their knowledge that they have spent months and years acquiring. So the base builder for this Town Hall 10 is Star Kitten, and that's why we're going to call it the litter box. He is a base builder for North Remembers right now, and he's been known to build 5 to 10 bases a week. And then the other guy you're going to see in this video is Ben. He is also a base builder for North Remembers, but in this video he's going to be attacking on 2 different accounts. He tried 2 different types of attacks and did extremely well with both of them. We're not going to show his 3 stars, but he did 3-star this base multiple times. And I know he won't say this, but Star Kitten and Joshy both said he's one of the best attackers in the game, and I believe it. So I'm really excited to have him involved in this group so we can have some really great innovative attacking just to show you how well these bases can hold up. Also, we got Brad who came over and did some attacks from 3 Point Park, and then Joshua has been there to help bring this all together and really support me. So just huge shout out to those guys. I am going to link to their Twitter down in the description below. So if you're using this base, if you like this series, be sure to follow them on Twitter and send them some tweets and let them know how your base is doing and how much you appreciate that they're willing to share their knowledge with you. These guys love a part of the game that so many of us just want to avoid at all costs. These guys love base building. They love the game. They want to do all that they can to help the rest of us improve, because the better we get, the better their gaming experience will be too. These guys are so excited about this new update because it just opens up so many doors for different types of attacks and different ways to defend, because before, low Town Hall 10s weren't even complicated. There really wasn't much that you could do to defend against it. You just dropped 2 golems, 48 bowlers, dropped your miners, and a story. So it became a really boring thing for them to try and make bases that could defend against these types of attacks because you simply couldn't. And what I found is that one of the biggest issues with Clash is that the offensive meta is always way ahead of the defensive meta. And so this has definitely become something that I am more passionate about, that I want to do absolutely everything that I can to be able to help you guys out with your defensive base building so that we can keep things more in balance, so that we can really see what things are out of balance and it's not just good attacks being used against a really weak defense. And so with all of my base building videos, I'm not just going to give you a base and say, here, have your base, here you go, see how long it holds up, and then you're gonna have to go get a new internet base. I'm gonna give you a base that has been tried and tested by some of the best players in the game. But along with that, and hopefully even more important to you guys, is that I want to give you some base building tips and ideas for building your own bases. So you can look at this base, take components of it, and then adapt it into your own bases. If you look at this base and just break it down, all it is separate compartments. You could take these different compartments and change them up, or take ideas from them and adapt them to your own bases that are going to be unique, that no one can come along and say, oh yeah, that's an internet base, go check out this replay that will show you exactly how to 3-star it. That's where I'd really love the community to get. And so anything that I can do to help that along, I will definitely do it. So as I do these base building videos, what I'll show you at the very beginning is the base laid out for you so that you can pause the video and copy it, and then And once I do that, I'll go into replays, showcasing the base and how well it defends. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter, because if I make any changes to this base, I'm going to post it to Twitter so you can get notifications if there are any updates to it that will help improve it. Sometimes I'm doing these base building videos so quickly that it hasn't had time to be fully tested and I might miss something, and so that I'll do the update on Twitter. But this one has been tested through several wars, plus the attacks that we did on it, and nothing changed from then. Like I said, I am a 10.5 right now, so this base has a Grand Warden. It also had a level 2 bomb tower and a level 1 bomb tower, so really low bomb towers, but the rest of the Town Hall 10 defense was max. It didn't have anything else for Town Hall 11 except for the Grand Warden. So that should give you a pretty good idea about where this base is at and how well your base should be able to hold up against a max attack. So let's talk about some of the key features of this base. It has different points of contention. The Queen isn't easily accessed. She's right there in the center. You can't actually go full charge on an Inferno and the Queen and have enough to take the base easily. You see air bombs on the perimeter. Those are for slowing down the loons at the entry. There's air mines that are by the air defense for popping those hounds, hopefully popping those hounds long before the balloons can ever get to the air defenses. And then the Infernos are heavily trapped, not only by giant bombs, which are going to really slow down any bowlers that get in there, but they're also surrounded by skeleton traps, which are really going to distract anything that gets in there from being able to take out the Infernos quickly. So because this is pretty much a max defense Town Hall 10, other than the bomb towers, but it does have that Grand Warden, it's going to be really difficult to 3-star as a Town Hall 10. But Ben was able to do it with 2 different types of army compositions. Breaks my heart not to be able to show these attacks. Maybe in the future, once this base has had its run, I'll show the attacks of how he's able to 3-star this. But what you're going to see in these replays, what's playing in the background, Star Kitten has an account where he's doing a Queen Charge Laloon on it. Ben used 2 different accounts to do 2 different types of attacks. He did a Queen Charge using a Baby Dragon Funnel, which then went into a Barbarian King Valk phase to take out another defense, which then moved into a Laloon. And then he also did a Queen Charge into a Gobolo into Hogs. And then also Brad did an attack as well using a Gobolo into a Laloon. So pretty much what I'm trying to say here are these are very complicated 3-phase attacks. There's no mass attacks being used on this base. And I have nearly 4 hours worth of replays on this base as they were attacking it. And all of it is just amazing. And I have 3 3-star attacks from 4 hours worth of attacking. So they really did all they possibly could to break this base and see if where the weaknesses were. And the ones that 3-starred, I just don't think I could even replicate it because the timing just had to be precise and there couldn't be a single mistake made. So it was just an honor to be able to watch these attacks and just sit in awe and see how they could make these things happen, which makes me really want to do attack tutorials with these guys too. Now I know this is going to come up because you guys have posted it on the other base build videos that I've done. Why is the Town Hall on the perimeter? Why isn't the Town Hall in the center? Why aren't you trying to defend against a 2-star attack? My clan leader won't let me put my Town Hall there. It has to be in the center. All right, guys, we're going to change that. You and me, we're going to start right now. We're going to make Town Hall 10 anti-3 because that's where it needs to be. You need to be building anti-3-star bases for Town Hall 10. Any Town Hall 10 can be 2-starred easily with a go wipe attack. You can't stop a 2-star attack on a Town Hall 10. Yeah, maybe if you have an unfair matchup and you're really outweighing the other clan and you want to put up an anti-2-star base, okay, go ahead. But really, where are you growing from that and where are we growing the game? If you're already overpowering them, it really doesn't matter if you give up 2 stars on your Town Hall 10 anyways. But really what you need to be worried about at Town Hall 10 is not getting 3-starred by dragons or mass Valk, by bowlers or Laloon. So unless you're really heavy, you're likely going to be able to get 3-starred by some of these attacks. And if you are really heavy, then that means you likely have brought in heavy Town Hall 10s or 11s into your matchup, which can easily 3-star you. The easiest way to 2-star a Town Hall 10 is to use a mass attack like bowlers or Valkyrie. And using mass bowler and Valkyrie means it really doesn't matter where your town hall is. If it's on the outside, they're gonna get it. If it's in the center, they're gonna get it too. And if you're making your base weak by trying to defend against the 2 stars, you're opening yourself up to much easier 3-star attacks. The Infernos are really what you must protect at Town Hall 10, not your town hall. So if you ask an average player of Clash of Clans what is an anti-3-star base, they're likely going to tell you that it just means the town hall's not centralized and it's somewhere on the perimeter or the outside of the base. But that's not true at all. Putting the town hall near the outside really only means that the base is not anti-2-star. It doesn't actually mean it's anti-3. You could have a centralized town hall and it's still anti-3. The town hall in an anti-3-star is used for its hit points only. What determines if a base is anti-3 is that it holds off the most common strategies used in the current meta. That's it. Has nothing to do with where the town hall is. There is really no hard and fast rule that makes a base anti-3. What holds up today, it's not going to hold up tomorrow. Just like the offensive meta, the defensive meta is constantly changing and updating. So the most important attacks to defend against right now is Queen Walk and Charges, Laloon, Mass Valkyrie, Gobolo, Dragons, and Hogs. And by protecting against one attack, it's likely going to leave you weak to another. So then it's a matter of ranking the most successful attacks and the most common attacks used against the ones that are more weak. For example, Ben said he'd much rather sacrifice his Valk defense, banking on that Valks are going to be so unpredictable that they're less used because of that. So let's talk about the anti-3-star rules for Town Hall 10 in the current meta. The most basic and probably the only hard and fast rule to Town Hall 10 base building right now is the Inferno Islands. This means you surround the Infernos with 2 tile spaces and then walls. These islands should not be in range of jumps, and you should also place storages nearby for their high hit points and then defenses behind these storages. This protects the Infernos from the bounce projectile of the bowlers and also from the Valks pathing in there, as the Valks are going to seek out those clump buildings. Keep in mind that the 2 mass attacks that you need to defend against right now are the Mass Bowler and the Mass Valkyrie. The miners are pretty much on the bench right now with their recent nerf, so it's just really the Valks and the Bowlers that you need to worry about. But keep in mind with them that they are non-defensive targeting troops. So you want to path these troops to take on non-defensive buildings and lure them away from your defenses using skeleton traps, your clan castle, and also your heroes. Alright guys, let's get to wrap this one up. Again, huge thanks to Star Kitten for building the litter box for us. If you use this base, be sure to give him a shout on Twitter and tell him thank you very much and let him know how it's holding up as well. And also to Ben for taking his time to do all the attacks against it and for not being too disappointed that I can't show his 3-star attacks. Can't do that. Can't give you guys a base and then show you how to 3-star it. Come on. So to be sure to follow him on Twitter as well. And then hopefully we'll be able to get together again soon and bring you guys even more base builds. So if you like this video, like it, and if you love it, subscribe, and tell me down in the comments and on Twitter what you think of videos like this and what town hall you would like to see a base build for next. All right guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.